Right now, I'm going to show you guys exactly how I build my Google Ads for my e-commerce business and exactly what has allowed me to generate multiple millions of dollars in physical product sales online since 2020. Not only that, this is actually the strategy that I use right now to this day to make 85% of my business's revenue, and the exact same strategy that I teach my students and high-ticket elites. So let's get into it. All right, so first things first, if you don't know, my methodology is supplying the demand of the rich online, okay? And now, I know a lot of you guys are already asking, why does this guy run Google Ads and not TikTok and Meta Ads? Very simple. Google, people are going on Google because they have an intention to search something up, and they're searching that specific product up. Why? Because they want to buy it, right? With TikTok and Meta, people are going on these platforms specifically to scroll on social media. They're not in like a buyer's mindset. So it wouldn't really make any sense for me to advertise my products for my e-commerce business on a social media platform when I could just go sell my products to people who are specifically searching for them every single day, okay? So that's the brief explanation as to why we use Google and not TikTok and Meta Ads. Now, again, right here, Google is the only platform where they feed you customers who are literally in the market to buy your exact product. Okay? As long as you give your customers a good offer and a great experience, you will make the sale. All right, guys? Doesn't matter how many competitors there are in the market. Does not matter. You have a good offer, you have a good product, a good customer experience, and there's literally no way this doesn't translate into sales. Okay? So let's talk about it, guys. My system and how I actually am going to translate what I'm going to teach you today into sales, how it actually works. Now I'm going to talk to you guys about the actual system that allows me to turn these Google Ads that I'm going to show you guys how to build into real revenue and real money in my pocket, okay? First things first, as you can see right here, the product. We sell premium products that are from brand name suppliers, and they're already in demand every single day. All right. Secondly, we're selling this on a clean Shopify storefront that is professionalism focused. Okay. It resembles Wayfair and Best Buy. It doesn't have any spinning wheels, any crazy emojis, crazy flashing lights. Literally, if you want to get an idea as to how our stores look like, I'll actually set up a video right here so you can see me break down and expose how we actually build our stores. Next, right here, guys, you can see advertising. Okay. This is the money. This is exactly what I'm going to be focusing on and hovering for you guys on this video. We're going to be going over you guys building your Google search campaigns and your Google shopping campaigns. Now, I have Performance Max here listed because I was initially wanted to show you guys how to build Performance Max, but it's kind of useless unless you have data within shopping and search. So we're going to save this for another video, but I am going to have this listed just so you guys do understand it is one of the crucial campaigns when you are building and scaling an e-commerce business with Google Ads, okay? Now, right here, of course, we got the customers, guys. These people who are actually coming on Google and searching for these products. Again, they're high-intent buyers. They're already searching, and they're ready to make the purchase. And, of course, again, what does this all lead to? What does all this yap that I'm talking to you about leads to? Sales, okay? So you guys can see right here, May 23rd, 2026, which was about 4 days ago in our high-ticket elites community. You can see LJ right here got a $5.3 thousand sale with only 2 products, right? One main product, probably one accessory. And he said this profit margin right here was around 35%, okay? So, again, guys, everything I'm going to be talking to you guys about today is working right now as we speak and does translate into real revenue. All right, now let's go into the live demo. All right, guys, so we're here in the ad account, and we're going to go right on and press that plus button, and you're going to press New Campaign, okay? So once you've opened up your Google Ads, you're going to go to New Campaign. You're going to get to this page right here, and you're going to press Sales. Okay, if you have phone call leads, remove that for sure. Make sure it's the purchases account default conversion goal. Again, we want sales, guys. We don't really care about anything else besides making money, making sales. And now we're going to go directly into the shopping campaign. All right, so you're going to press shopping. Okay, you will select your Google Merchant Center account. Mind you, if you don't have a Google Merchant Center account that is approved with your product data imported, you cannot run these Google shopping campaigns, okay? You still will be able to run Google search campaigns, which are the text ads, but you're not going to be able to run Google Shopping or Performance Max. So let's continue. They're going to ask you continue with shopping or switch to Performance Max. You're going to continue with shopping. I'm going to call this the shopping test. Now let's continue. Alrighty, so first things first, you're going to get asked is the daily budget. We typically set the daily budget for around $15 to $30 a day, so I'm going to put $30 a day right here. Okay, now the bidding. So there's different bidding structures that you guys can go after when you first launch these ads. Target ROAS is really only going to work well for you with prior conversion data. Okay, this is the target return on ad spend. You're not going to be using this. You guys will be using the maximize clicks or the manual CPC. What I personally recommend, okay, is I recommend you guys for complete beginners who have absolutely no faith that you can you can juggle a bidding system, which is just really choosing your own bids and optimizing them on a day-to-day basis, I would just go with maximize clicks. But me, I'm actually going to go with manual cost per click because I actually want to be able to manually control my bids for how much I'm actually paying per click. Okay, so let's go with manual cost per click. Now, I'm going to leave this here. Campaign priority, you're going to leave it as low. Okay, now, United States, enter another location. Location, we're actually going to type in United States here. We're going to include it, and then we're going to type in Puerto Rico, and we're going to exclude it, and then we're going to type in Hawaii, and we're also going to exclude it, and there's going to be one more location, and that's going to be Alaska, and we're going to exclude Alaska. Okay, now EU ads, we don't have any EU political ads. Got no political affiliation with Europe. Ad group, you can name it whatever you would like. I'm going to leave it ad group 1. Now the bid. Okay, now this is extremely important, okay, because if you put in $5 here, then you're going to be paying $5 per click, okay? But what does that also mean? It also means you're going to be paying for higher intent, higher quality clicks, okay? The level of your bid also directly correlates to the level of customer and level of intent of the customer. We're going to start these bids at about $1.50, okay? At about $1.50. Now, here's where you choose your product groups, okay? If you were to press all products, you could see, you could use a selection of your products. Here we are. And you can come over here by the brand or the item ID. You press the item ID, you can see your product there on your store, and you will select it, and boom, the product will pop up right here. Now, let's move on. You press the next button. You can see, already done, guys. Extremely simple. Now we do our final review. Okay, the campaign's ready to publish. We see we have the right type. We have the name, the feed. It's from the Merchant Center feed. We have our budget, our manual cost per click with our bid set, our campaign priority, which is low, which is actually what, guys? It's actually high, right? Locations, we're only targeting, So we're targeting United States and we're excluding Alaska, Hawaii, and Puerto Rico because it is too much to ship over there, specifically for us, our high ticket products. And then, of course, our ad group bid is $1.50, and the product groups, for the purposes of this video, is all products. But, of course, you guys are going to be putting in your specific product on your store, right? Now, when you're done, all you're going to do is press that Publish Campaign button, and that's it. Now, of course, guys, if you're not actually ready for your campaign to be live, for traffic to come on your store, you're just going to come over here, guys, and press this pause button, okay? This pauses the ad group. You can come over here to the actual campaign itself. Okay, and you can see, where do we have the filter? The filter, oh, you don't have any enabled. Okay, so when we pause it, it is actually paused right here. Campaign, shopping test, pause, boom. Okay, so that is building your shopping campaign. It is literally as simple as that. Now, for you guys, I want to ensure that you guys actually know what you need to be looking at as you run these shopping campaigns, okay? As you run these shopping campaigns, you're going to see there's going to be an overview section, okay, over here. Within your insights and reports and your search terms, majority of your time is going to be spent here on a day-to-day basis, okay? Because once you guys have these shopping campaigns launched, this is where you're going to actually be able to see where Google is spending your money and if it makes any sense or not, okay? Shopping campaigns are the least optimized when you primarily launch them initially because you just launched them. You have absolutely no data. Your job when you're running these shopping campaigns on a day-to-day basis is to come into these search terms and ensure that you're actually being shown for keywords and search terms that are actually going to lead you to making sales, okay? So if people are searching up things that have nothing to do with your product, if they're searching up ideas, if they're searching up anything that doesn't have to do with your product, this is where you add that term as a negative keyword, thus blocking it from that Google ad campaign, thus blocking Google from ever spending money on that key term ever again, okay? So you're going to be seeing this right here again under your insights and reports and under your search terms, okay? Now let's scroll down here. As I mentioned to you guys earlier, the setup of every single ad campaign that you run is going to be a three-part, right? So we got a campaign at the very top, and then right below it, there's an ad group, okay, the group, and then right below that you have the actual ad, okay? On here you'll be able to see the actual products that are launched in your shopping campaign, All right, guys. And again, we spoke about this previously on how you can actually choose the products for that you actually want within that shopping campaign when you launch it. Okay. Now, down here we have keywords, and this is not to get it mixed up with search terms. Okay, this is actually where the negative keywords will transfer into once you make them negative in your search terms area. Okay. Now, again, I want to hover one more time for you guys. Google will show you exactly where they're spending your money on what keywords and search terms right here. It's your job to come in and optimize this, because as you optimize the search terms, that means your ad now gets optimized. It gets more and more precise, and it inevitably only starts showing to buyers, okay? All right, guys, now we're going to go right into launching search campaigns, okay? You're going to come right here, press that blue little button with that white plus sign. You already know. Hit that sales objective. Sorry, guys, got to remove this. I don't know why that's on this ad account. I'll get it removed after this. Purchases, of course, and then instead of shopping, you're going to come over here to search, okay? Now, it's going to be website visits, of course. Now, it's going to be www.myecommercestore.com. Again, this is going to be where your store is, whether your product page is, your collection page, whatever you're deciding to advertise, okay? For you guys, I recommend product page, by the way, okay? Do not put your home page. Do not put your collection page unless you've already identified that let's say you're advertising, you're selling brands like I do, and you understand it's a winning brand, then you can do the collection page here. But again, you guys want to be testing individual products and their landing pages here with search campaigns. So we're just going to put search test right here. Okay, let's continue. Now you guys are going to see in this setup, it's going to be a lot different than shopping, okay, because shopping doesn't really require much, and search is really a lot more copywriting based, so they're going to ask you for a bit more. Right, bidding, what do you want to focus on? Conversions, clicks, impression share. We want conversions, okay? Now, I'll be very frank with you guys. You will be paying more per click on your search campaigns. Why? Because you're going straight for conversions, and you get to literally target the exact search terms that you want to target immediately from the very beginning, unlike shopping campaigns where Google forces you to kind of go through the process to allow them to target the search terms they feel will give you the conversion, and then you have to go in and, filter that and et cetera, right? So conversions, you're going to leave this right here. Let's go next. What we're going to turn off is Google Display Network, okay? You don't want to have Google Display Network. This will drain your budget, okay? Now, Google Search Partners, you guys can leave this on or turn it off. I really recommend you split testing this. For this case, I'm going to leave it on. We typically do leave it on, by the way. Now, let's do United States. Again, we're including the United States. We're coming over here, and we're excluding Alaska. We're coming over here. We're excluding Hawaii. It's not that we don't mess with you guys, by the way. We love y'all. But, hey, we can't ship to y'all. Okay, it's just the truth. All right, so EU political ads. No, this campaign doesn't have any EU political ads. I have no EU affiliation. Get out of here. And we're not going to touch this stuff down here either. Okay, now let's move this. My apologies, guys. AI Max for search campaigns. Optimize your campaign with AI Max. All right, so let's talk about this real quick. I honestly do recommend you guys to test AI Max. Okay, 100% recommend you guys to test it from AI Max. You can use this test customization because it's using it from your actual landing pages. And then final URL expansion, turn it off. This is going to, again, send traffic to the most relevant URLs on your website outside of the URL that you're telling it to target. So guys, we don't even want to give it an opportunity to target anything besides what we want this ad to target, which is our product page. Okay, and then we're going to go down here. You guys should be building brand list, okay? Brand inclusion and exclusion list. Basically, anything that any brand you don't want to be shown on this ad no matter what. Again, this is specifically for me and my e-commerce community, the way we do e-commerce, which is high-ticket e-commerce. We're selling big brands. So right here, I would basically exclude all the brands that I don't want this search ad to show for, and then I would include the only brand or brands that I want this search ad to show for, okay? Now, let's go next. What makes your product? Yeah, skip this, guys. You guys don't need this. Okay. You guys can use it if you want. Again, let's say like you're in the health and wellness niche, and let's say you're about to run an ad for let's say like a jet tub, right? If you come over here and you say jet tub, right? Let's say like luxury jet tub. Let's see what it gives us. I'm gonna be honest. It's probably not gonna give you guys too much. Okay. It's gonna try and make an ad for us, which may be able to give you guys the foundation. Potentially. We'll see, actually. Let's see. All right, guys, so this pretty much never stopped loading, but it did give us some copywriting assets down here. But for example purposes, I'm going to curate exactly what we would be the product that we're going to be advertising, okay? And it's going to be an Impava Whirlpool jetted tub. Okay, that is a real product, by the way. Now, again, final URL, it's going to be that product page, guys. Obviously, it's not that now because we're using a placeholder, but for you, it will be your product page. Okay, now come over here. Again, you don't really need to touch any of this right here. All right, now let's come over here. You're going to be asked for 15 headlines. They're going to be asking you for 4 descriptions. They're going to be asking you for some images of your product, business name, business logo, and then site links, which are, again, links that take your traffic to specific pages of your website. And again, the only recommended site links I recommend you guys to have here is the product page and then maybe a reviews page, right? Like a customer reviews page, specifically if you're just advertising one product. All right, guys? So now, obviously, we're in the age of artificial intelligence. So you absolutely do not need to be doing all this by yourself. It's actually as simple as opening up ChatGPT and saying, "Hey, let's create the copywriting assets for our search advertising campaign that will be advertising the Impava Whirlpool Jet Tub." Okay? Now, what will this do? What will AI do? You guys already know. It's going to give us a bunch of copywriting assets that we can use as our foundation, okay? Not just completely copy and paste 100%, but, put that copy and paste in there and give it some of our pizzazz, okay? So as it does that, I'm just over here moving around for nothing. All right, here we are. What do we got, guys? Headlines, primary, high intent, bottom of funnel, trust and conversion, okay? I like these. Impava Whirlpool Jet Tubs. I just see it. It's right there. We have that one. Jetted bathtubs for sale. And I would say Impava jetted bathtubs. Okay? And then we've got buy Impava Whirlpool. I like that one. It's probably going to be above the 30 characters, though. Buy Impava Whirlpool online. Buy Impava jetted tub online. Whirlpool tub online. I like it. Boom. Now, let's continue in ensuring that we're getting all of this filled out. You guys will have to fill all this out. And I don't want to bore you guys, so I'm just going to get back to you guys once this is completed. Alrighty, and we're back, guys. So you should have the final URL completed right here. You should have the headlines completed here. You should have had your description completed here. You should have the images of the product put in right there, your business name, your business logo, your site links right here, and then your call-outs. I'm going to show you guys what these call-outs look like, just so you guys have an idea. Fast free shipping, call-outs, premium collections. If you're secure and safe checkout, this can be removed. Premium collections, it's broad. But then we have hydrotherapy, jet system, deep soaking design, modern luxury finish. So you got like call-outs over here, conversion-wise, and then you've got some product feature call-outs, you could say, So you guys should not be launching this ad unless this says excellent, okay? So make sure your guys' ad strength is at the bare minimum, the very best. Why? Because you want to give yourselves the highest probability of your ad actually converting and you actually making sales from the very beginning, right? So after you're completed, you're going to go on ahead and press that next button, okay? Average daily budget, we're going to set it to $30. Confirm it's you. I'll be back. And now we're back. Let's hit the next button. Review your campaign. Make sure everything is good to go, okay? Google's checking it for us right now. All right, check campaign, add some keywords. Our bidding is good. AI max settings, campaign settings right here. Keywords and ads. Your ads have an issue that will prevent it from showing on Google search. What exactly is the issue? The destination is not working. For you guys, it will be working. Went on ahead and just changed that URL real quick to a random store so we can get through it. And after that, guys, you just press the publish campaign button and let's publish it anyways. Your guys should not say that. Okay, mine's only saying that because, again, I'm not doing this 100% for the purposes of the video. But here we are. You've built the campaigns. You now understand exactly how to build a shopping campaign. You now actually understand exactly how to build a search campaign for your business as well. Now I'm going to show you guys something that if you don't understand as a Google Ads advertiser, you will completely light your money on fire. All right, so let's get right into it. Keyword match types, okay? So there are different ways you will actually tell Google how to target specific keywords or how to block specific keywords, okay? There's 3 different ways. So there's broad match type of keywords, there's phrase match, and there's exact match, okay? Broad match looks like running shoes. Okay, again, there's nothing to the left and the right of the start and the end of the actual keyword itself. Okay, and what broad match targeting will do is Google will actually appear your ad. They will show your ad to not just people searching up running shoes, but any type of search that even relates to your keyword. So, basketball shoes for men. Why? Because that's running shoes. Running socks. Why? Because you got to have socks to have running, to have shoes. Do you guys see what I'm saying? Extremely broad. And guess what? We will never use this, okay? If you're going to be selling high ticket products, if you're watching my YouTube videos, you're going to be doing high ticket e-commerce, you will never in your life use broad match, okay? Now, let's go into phrase match, right? Now, as you can see right here, it says running shoes with, I think, guys, I'm going to be honest, I don't remember what exactly that is, but let's continue, right? What it appears for, your ad will then appear for searches that include the meaning of your keyword, okay? Meaning, it has to have that exact keyword included into their search, right? Now, let's give you guys the example. Black running shoes, best running shoes, blank running shoes, or running shoes blank. You guys see what I'm saying? So you get a lot more, you could say, targeted searches and potential customers that are coming through to your ad when you're using phrase match, okay? Now let's go into exact match, okay? This is where the gold lies, in the phrase and the exact match. Alrighty, so when you're running exact match keywords, you are going to appear for searches that are the same exact meaning as your keyword, okay? So you can see what this ad would match to is running shoes or shoes for running, okay? This, if you don't understand this, you will literally be burning your money on fire because you won't know exactly how to target correctly. You won't know exactly how to block keywords out with the negative keyword list that Google allows you to actually build. And it just overall gives you more clarity on how to target correctly and where your ad is actually going to lead to when you're putting in these keywords in your Google ads, okay? So again, guys, really take this in. I know it's not something simple to really just like ingest, but really read over this over and over again, because the sooner you can actually understand keyword match types, the sooner you're going to be able to get to advertising profitably. And now to finish it all off, let's give you guys that final value that you guys should understand to, again, be efficient advertisers, okay? This is going to be your structure, okay? You're going to have the ad account itself. You'll have the ad campaigns. You'll have the ad groups and the asset groups right under the campaign itself. And then under that, you'll have the keywords and the products you actually choose, keywords to target, products to target, and then the actual ad, okay? So this is how it goes, the visual hierarchy as to you from your ad account all the way down to your actual ads. All right, guys? Now, the buyer intent ladder. You guys should all understand this because your goal should be to get to here, okay? You guys typically are advertising to top of funnel, especially if you're using like TikTok ads and meta ads. All right, you're not really advertising to people who want your product specifically, okay? And of course, Google is what allows us to get directly to, you know, middle of funnel and bottom of funnel. But again, this is the buyer intent ladder. People at the top of funnel typically don't cost a lot of money to get to, okay? But the thing is, it comes with a very big lack of intention. They don't know what they want. They're likely not going to purchase. Middle of funnel, these people are starting to really understand maybe exactly what they want right now. They're honing in on it. They're not exactly there yet, like the bottom of funnel. But again, they're getting there. Okay, they might be searching for it, seeing where they can actually go and purchase it, et cetera, et cetera. Now, bottom of funnel is people who are already know that, like, hey, I want this product. It's time to go buy it, okay? It's time to go find a place. It's time to go buy it, and that's it. I know the exact SKU. I know the exact model. I know the price. I have no further questions. Boom, okay? So this is going to be your buyer intent ladder. Really want you guys to memorize this: top of funnel, middle of funnel, bottom of funnel. You basically always want to be spending the majority of your money on bottom of funnel because these are the people that actually convert and pay you, okay? So yeah, again, really stick this guy into your guys' brain. Now, the product testing flow, for you guys who don't understand, you guys will be finding products, you'll be running search and shopping campaigns to actually test them, you'll gather clicks, get the data, okay? You'll read the data, right? You'll then optimize the search terms on a consistent daily basis. You guys are doing this, all right? You'll be checking your KPIs every single day. This is what you'll be doing as an advertiser. You're not just letting your ads run and then hoping for the best. You're going to be looking at the data, looking at the key performance indicators, and then based off of what the KPIs say, what do? You make a decision. You either kill the product, you optimize it, or you scale it, okay? So listen, guys, if you guys want the exact system that I use, products, campaigns, literally everything you need to know to go from beginner to scale in a high-ticket e-commerce business, keep on watching my YouTube videos. Continue to comment any suggestions that you may have. Shoot me a like. shoot me a subscribe if you got any value from this video. And if you really want to make this happen and you want to work one-on-one directly with me to do this, just hit the link in the description, fill out the application form, answer a couple questions. If you're a great fit, amazing, we'll get you onboarded. If you're not a good fit at this very moment, no problem. Just keep on watching my content and I'll get you there.